All right, we take you back to the Wonderboom Airport now, where the South African Civil Aviation Authority is celebrating its 25th anniversary with a series of air displays. Zola Sholwana is there and she joins us now live. Zola, earlier we talked about some of the young ones that have come to see the aircraft, and the one thing you can't deny is children's love for airplanes and such. What are you hearing from the little ones this morning?
Well, it's an exciting time for the little ones, as you understand that for some of them, you know, it's a dream to be in such close proximity with an aircraft and to get to witness something as beautiful as an air show of this kind, where there are actually, aircrafts that are being displayed. As you understand that South Africa, when it comes to, the aviation industry, we are regarded as, the safest, or rather our flights are the safest. As you can see that this is a family-friendly event where you see, families and also, school children, over 400 rather, that have taken part in this event. And we are told that most of them are, possibly seeing themselves, being pilots one day. Ladies, thank you very much for your time. This must be a very exciting time for you, considering the fact that you get to witness, aircrafts, flying out just in close proximity. How do you feel?
And I felt great. To be honest, I didn't have much information about aviation, but after the show, I really would like to pursue a career in aviation one day.
Would you also consider being a pilot one day?
Yes, because now we are exposed to many careers that we didn't even know about them. So we are very excited, and I wish one day I can become a pilot. That's all I can say.
Now let's come to you. You heard the minister say for you to be a pilot, you obviously have to, abstain from certain things. Are you willing to do that? For instance, obviously alcohol, because we need to make sure that we are safe on our skies.
I don't know,
okay, let's come to someone else.
They told us to be determined, work very hard, and abstain from doing drugs, and in order to obtain our goals or achieve our goals, we have to work for it so that we can be in this environment. And I'm so happy to be in this place.
I know there's someone that came here confused, not knowing what aviation is all about, but I'm sure after what you've been told today, you maybe want to pursue a career in aviation. What would you like to be in aviation specifically? Not even being a pilot.
An aircraft controller, those ones, the controller, because it's so interesting the way they communicate, because they're saying that the person who is driving the airplane can communicate with the air traffic controller. So I find it amazing,
An aircraft engineer, fixing aircraft. Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Well, an interesting time it is, Naledi, for the young ones who are really, getting to experience, what they usually see from TV or from a distance. And I just want to see if we can be able to speak to the minister as she shared statistics of where South Africa stands in terms of aviation in the global world, saying that as it stands, we are above 90% in terms of our ratings, basically saying that this industry, or the aviation industry, is the glow of the transport industry in South Africa. But I can see that the minister is still in conversation with other colleagues. Just to show you around, Naledi, obviously activities and festivities are still going on right now. We are also told that those that are aspiring to be pilots will also get an opportunity just to be in one of these aircrafts, just to get a sense or a feeling. And this is to obviously make sure that they leave this place inspired. And perhaps some of them came here not even knowing what the aviation industry or sector is all about. But after they get the feel, of being inside an aircraft and actually getting to engaging with some relevant stakeholders that are here, they will be able to, obviously, change their career choices.
Right, well, thank you so much for that update, Zola. I know that she's been trying to speak to the Transport Minister, Sindisiwe Chikunga, who did earlier give us an update, give us really a keynote address. Some of the key points that came out of that keynote address for you, Zola.
Well, the most important thing, Naledi, was, from what the minister said, was the fact that looking at the industry over the years, if one had to reflect, the industry has has more women than it had 25 years ago, with obviously the director of, SACAA being a woman, and also, she is also part of, people that are ranked in the global ranking as far as aviation is concerned. And the fact that in the past 40 years, South African pilots have not reported any fatalities when it comes to a flight, and the fact that our country, when it comes to aviation, is ranked with global countries, and in Africa we are leading in terms of that. I mean, if you look at the 91% that we have been given, obviously by structures that are auditing aviation sectors. Actually, Naledi, let me bring in the minister as she is done talking, just so she can tell us more about what we spoke about earlier. Minister, thank you very much for your time. I mean, this is an exciting moment, considering the fact that when it comes to aviation, South Africa is ranked amongst, globally, or the best countries in the world. Your feeling on that?
First of all, we're saying happy birthday, SACAA, and we're saying we're proud of a state-owned company such as this one, the regulator that leads by example. Because if you are the regulator, you must lead by example, and they are doing exactly that. We've been audited not only by our own Auditor General of South Africa, but we've also been audited by ICAO, which is the International Civil Aviation Organization, a UN specialized agency that sets standards and recommended practices for all its member states, and South Africa has been audited by them. We are at 90.11% in terms of our performance, rated amongst the 18 in the world, and are number one in the continent by far. We've managed to achieve all this. When it comes to Auditor General, this entity has actually received clean audits for the past 10 years, and the record is that in our airspace we have not had any commercial air crash. And that doesn't happen by itself. If you have got airports such as OR Tambo, where in 3 minutes you have got an aircraft landing, 3 minutes there's an aircraft that is taking off, and there are no air crashes, it actually talks to the perfect and the best way in which we are managing our airspace, with our air traffic navigation services being responsible for the maintenance of our airspace, which is 6% of the world airspace. We're very proud that we are doing so well in the aviation sector.
Thank you very much for your time, Minister Chikunga. Well, Naledi, let me hand back to you as we prepare to obviously try and get in one of the aircrafts and get to feel how it feels like, riding with an aircraft. Back to you in studio.